Welcome everyone to episode 19. Welcome to a very special episode 19 of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. Kara Ulker and I created this show as a safe space where cancer survivors and cancer supporters come together to share their stories and connect, as well as find resources that provide healing, hope, and resilience. My name is Tim Sohn, a 15-year cancer survivor, host of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer, co-host of the Tim and Jim Show, and a live streaming producer. I am also candidate for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Man and Woman of the Year philanthropic competition. Try saying that 10 times in a row. And this very special episode is part of Open Your Hearts and Wallets for Blood Cancers. It's 24-hour fundraiser. This is nearing the end of the fundraiser, but this is a very special hour of the fundraiser and a very special episode of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. This event runs until 6 p.m. Eastern Time today, and every dollar truly counts, guys. You can donate online by going to this link right here, and I'm going to post it in the comments really quick as well. LLS has been so important in my leukemia journey. I know LLS has been important to Kristy and Steve and Grayson as well in theirs, and we're going to be having a conversation during this hour with Kristy and Steve, the parents of Grayson, the Boy of the Year for LLS. So I'm so excited to bring them on the screen so we can have a conversation tonight. So here we go. Let's bring them on. Welcome, Kristy and Steve, to Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Hello, Tim. Thanks for having us.
Of course. It's so great to have you here. We're looking forward to hearing Grayson's story and hearing your unique perspectives as parents as well. Those of you that are tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from around the world. And we're always curious to know, what is your connection to cancer? Are you a cancer survivor? Are you a cancer supporter in some way? Do you have a family member who has passed from cancer, who's a survivor, or some connection or perspective on cancer? We want this to be an interactive conversation with you. So definitely let us know in the comments throughout the conversation for sure. So so let's go over to the comments and see who's showing up to support you guys tonight. We have Bill Bradford is here in the house. He's saying, let's get it going. Oh, yeah. And D. Scott Smith is here. He's saying live.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Senor Payasada said, drop your pop, let's go. Be gentle with those fur babies, though. Don't drop them too harshly, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Ndungu, the Kindness Incorporator, is here. So thank you for being here, Liz. We so appreciate you. Mari is here. She says, we love you, Voitex.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you so much for being here. And as we go throughout the conversation, everyone, definitely show your love for Kristy and Steve in the comments, as well as let us know what questions you have as well. Yes, and it looks like we have a third person joining us tonight. Yes.
Yeah, a family of 6. There's no alone time, Tim. So a lot of it's going to be improv here today, I think.
It's all good. We're keeping it real here on Showing Up real.
Sure.
For sure. So first of all, thank you so much for showing up. I know you guys have a lot going on in your lives, so truly appreciate it. So let's get the conversation.
Oh, Oh, Tim.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So yeah, so Grayson
A day in the
was,
life of the Vortex.
yes, we're getting it real right here, right
Yes,
now.
you are.
Radiating real.
All right.
So,
Just keep talking, Tim. I'll keep
okay,
answering. I
yes.
multitask. That's my life.
Yeah, so Grayson was diagnosed with lymphoma in July 2020. Could you take us back in time and just kind of take us on a bit of his journey?
Sure, absolutely. Grayson's diagnosis was, I'm already getting emotional. Sorry. Really
Take your time.
blindsided us. He was completely healthy. We were planning a family vacation, and the week prior, he got a fever. And Grayson typically got viral fevers. You know, Charlie got ear infections, RJ got strep throat, Grayson got viral fevers. And so we thought nothing of it. And as the week progressed, you know, it wasn't going away. And then we were about to go on vacation, and it's the middle of COVID. So we have to get a COVID test before we go. And so the only way we could get one fast enough is if we went to the ER. Because of course this is now Friday night and we're leaving Saturday. So I called my friend at the ER to, of course, get me in and out because I'm impatient. And he wasn't working that day, but he said, don't worry, I have everything set up. The PA knows exactly what to do. And he ordered a COVID test and he ordered a chest x-ray for seemingly no reason, but really just to be thorough, because if it wasn't COVID, you know, we had to figure out what else it could be. And so we went and we did that, and it took a while. Like nobody was coming into us asking questions. And then he came in with this look on his face. And he said, the COVID test is negative, but there's a mass in his chest. And so he was a friend, another ER doc. And I said, show me, what are you talking about? And he pulls up the x-ray, and I'm looking for like something, a coin shaped. I can't see it. I'm like, where, what? It was his whole left chest. So that's how it started. And of course, to add drama, I left my phone in the car. So I couldn't even get in touch with Steve. So
oh my gosh, so Steve wasn't there when you found out?
No, because I was running in and out of the ER for a COVID swab.
And I was packing the car, getting ready to go on vacation.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you're there alone. So Kristy, what was your gut reaction? Like, what was your initial reaction to that?
There were lots of bad words going on in my head. Excuse me.
Sure.
You know, just panic, just absolute panic. Yeah.
And then
then
did you call Steve right away, or
he heard the whole thing, you know? So he was involved in every single conversation that we had from that point throughout his entire journey. So he was right there too. He was asking a bunch of questions, and it was just kind of shock and panic and what's the next step, and a lot of denial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And people are supporting you guys in the comments.
Yeah.
We have an amazing community.
That's incredible. And Heather Jojo is watching from South Carolina. Steve and Peggy, grandparents,
Hopefully she's
are watching.
crying with me because we tend to cry together.
Yeah. Bill Bradford's driving from Cleveland to Pittsburgh watching. Wow, thank you for sharing all of that. I mean, it must have been so much to go through in that moment.
Yeah, it was definitely the worst days of our lives. And you know, so immediately they were looking to Danville to transfer us. And and then they did a CAT scan, and the CAT scan, you know, so the ER doc right away said, Kristy, the first 5 things it's going to be is lymphoma. And my best friend now, he's 40 years old, had lymphoma when he was a kid. It's going to be okay. So that gave us a little ability to breathe. And then the CAT scan was done, and the mass was absolutely gigantic.
Oh,
9
wow.
centimeters by 12 centimeters. And to put that in perspective, when they did his height in centimeters, once we got to CHOP, he was 120 centimeters. So it was the length of it was a tenth of his entire height. So it was his entire chest.
Oh, wow.
And so the conversations after the CAT scan, it didn't necessarily show that it was definitely lymphoma. And so then they got worried that it was something else. And so then Danville started talking to CHOP. And the ER doc, the pediatric ER doc in Danville was extremely helpful and arranging everything with CHOP and the ER docs at CMC as well. And then, about 7 hours later, we were in an ambulance on our way to Philadelphia.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
it was wild.
Yeah, I bet. I remember when I was diagnosed with leukemia when I was in my 20s, and finding out when I was diagnosed, and right, my perspective's different, but just kind of that idea of the unknown, right? Like not knowing anything, right? Like how's it going to change the future? Is it anything in your life or in your perspective, like right, your child's life, right? Is that kind of, did you guys have those thoughts as well? Just like what will happen?
Right. Yeah. What does this mean? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I had no idea. Kristy, being in the healthcare industry, she probably had some inkling. Grayson was completely focused on, does this mean we're not going on vacation? He, obviously that was first and foremost on his mind. And then we really started to talk about what this would mean. And you really can't prepare yourself. It's life altering for your child, for yourselves, for your family, for your friends. It's just something that, like we talked about, it's just ingrained now in our daily life. And it's just part of living, I guess you can say.
Yeah, definitely. And we want to remind you all, we're here on a very special edition of Showing Out Perspectives on Cancer with Kristy and Steve. They're the parents of the boy of the year, Grayson. So we're delighted to be with them tonight, hearing his story and their perspectives. This is part of Open Your Hearts and Wallets. And we're delighted to be with them. We encourage you to make a donation to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. This is part of the Man and Woman of the Year philanthropic competition. There's a link down below in the ticker as well as in the comments. So just thank you all for showing up to support Kristy and Steve and Grayson tonight, and each other as you do each week on Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. We appreciate you all so much. You all are blowing up the comments, so thank you.
Really
we appreciate that.
I'll keep crying if I keep reading them. So.
Oh, yeah. So what was it? So what were Grayson's brother's reactions to finding out of Grayson having cancer?
Yeah, it's funny. So much of that is a blur, because we were just in so much shock that I actually asked them the other day. We've kind of been reflecting on it, knowing that this interview was coming up. And I said, I don't remember how I told you guys.
Oh, wow.
And it was really scary for them because, again, Mom and Grayson ran to the ER. They'll be back soon. And then it turned to, oh, well, Grandma and Grandpa are here and Dad's going to the hospital. They go to sleep with Grandma and Grandpa here, and then they think, all right, we're going to the beach in the morning, and then they wake up and Grandma and Grandpa are still there and no one else is here. What is going on? So the initial days were very terrifying, and then we very quickly and very early on in the conversation said something's in his chest. They don't know what it is. They think it's cancer, but we don't know what kind. We have to do lots of tests to figure it out, but he's okay. And so it was, let's see, we went there Saturday, Sunday. So Tuesday, 3 or 4 days later was when we got the final diagnosis and started treatment. And, so we called them, we FaceTimed them and explained everything and really focused on the positive and they told us, 90% survival. And yes, it's going to be a really hard 2.5 years, but at the end, it's going to be okay. And so we really focused on that when we told them, the final diagnosis.
That's so good. That's so good. I mean, it's such a journey, right? The journey to get there, but
yeah.
There's
and it was terrifying
also
for Grayson too. I mean, I probably said the word cancer to him a little too early because I remember I said it probably when we were still at CMC, and because I've always been probably too honest with my kids. And I said, something's in your chest and, they think it could be cancer and we have to figure it out. And unfortunately, my mom had passed just 10 months earlier from lung cancer. So
that was fresh in everybody's mind. Not only Grayson, the 4 boys or the 3 boys, I'm sorry, and Kristy and I too. So that was a tough moment to kind of look past what happened to Joyce and how that affected Grayson and what his treatment plan would look like.
And they're kids. Something's in his chest. It was lung cancer from my mom, put 2 and 2 together. So it took them a while to settle into the fact that it was completely different and that even though my mom wasn't cured, that Gray would be.
Yeah.
I remember RJ asking me one time in the car, like I kept probing them, like, talk about it. What do you want to talk about? Ask me any question. I'll tell you the truth. And he said, how do you know Gray's going to be okay? Nana's cancer went away and it came back. How do you know Gray's is not going to come back? And so, we had a lot of honest conversations about stuff like that to try to make them feel comfortable. And it's okay to be afraid and it's okay to be upset. And explain to them, like, this is a completely different cancer. There are so many different kinds of cancers. Like, we knew Nana's was probably going to come back. We know Grayson's is not going to come back.
Yes.
So, but it did take everybody a while to settle into the fact that, like, he will be okay. It's going to be really hard, but at the end of this, we're going to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. And I know this isn't an easy conversation to have. So I so appreciate you guys being here and sharing all of it. I know it's challenging for sure.
It is. Well, and it's also our first public
experience, if you will.
Yeah, like
is it?
Yeah, it is. It's the first time that we're really telling his story, aside from family, friends, coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that. So thank you even more. Yes.
So if my sisters are watching, Tim, I want them to count their tissues, because at the end we're going to have a contest to see who goes through the most tissues.
For sure. Do you mind if I go over to the comments? And
Not at all.
Not at all.
Awesome. Okay. Christine says, yay, Bill. Bill Bradford, I guess. Alexandria says, it's so important to be honest about these things. You guys are doing awesome, great role models. Bill Bradford said, just donated. God bless. Great 20 out 4 hours, Tim. Best of luck to Grayson.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
Christine Smith says, saying the word cancer, it's real, it's surreal, it really knocks you down. Erin says, love you all so much.
Love you too, Erin.
Stefan says 1, 10, 100, 1,000 or so will help more than you know. Voice your vibe. If you can give 1, give 2. It matters more than you know. Donations.perspectivesoncancer.com. Thank you, Stefan. Stefan's part of the amazing live streaming team that's been putting together this 24-hour event. So thank you, Stefan. He's a great friend as well. Jeff says, Uncle Jeff sending love from South Carolina. Mandy says, sending you a big Kristy squeeze.
I'm known for my hugs.
Oh, there you go. Brian Shulman. Brian is also part of the incredible live streaming team. Him and Nancy Barrows had a 2-hour slot last night from 10 to midnight Eastern time. So big shout out to you guys. They also had somebody playing the guitar and singing. He did an incredible job taking songs and turning them into songs about cancer. So super powerful stuff. So thank you, Brian and Nancy and company. Stefan says nothing but love, and more love to you, Wojtek family and Grayson. Alexandria says much love to you and your family. Stefan says Team Human.
That's for sure.
And Will. Peggy made a donation in Grayson's honor.
That's Grandma.
Thanks, Graham.
Awesome. And I'm sure there's more. There's so many comments. You're the most amazing family. Thank you, everyone who's showing up to support them. You guys,
it's really amazing. But not surprising because they've been here every step of the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Steve's family came running. My family was at the beach waiting for us, so they couldn't come. But Steve's family came running, and our friends, our community, our coworkers, everybody came running to help from day one.
Yeah, my parents and my sister and her son were here for, you know, pretty much the whole time that we were in the hospital.
Yeah, they held down the fort for the 12 days we were in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, the welcome that we got when we came home.
Yeah, so the day we came home, our neighbors arranged for almost like a welcome parade. So our street was lined with probably at least 100 people, all in red shirts for Grayson's Fight Club to just welcome us home. It was amazing. It was overwhelming.
Overwhelming, yes.
That's awesome.
Every single one of those people have shown up day in and day out to help us and to cheer for us and pray for us and cry with us.
Yeah, the support has not waned. It's amazing that, you know, the folks that were there in the beginning are still here. So we very much appreciate that.
That's incredible. And talk a little bit in terms of how did you guys get connected to LLS, and how have they been helpful to you and your family?
Colleen Siegler is a member of LLS, and her son is a survivor, and he was also, I think, maybe the first boy of the year. She, you know, reached out to us pretty early and provided a lot of emotional support. And, you know, hearing her say, "You're going to be okay, he's going to be okay," coming from somebody who went through it, you know, was extremely helpful. And, you know, so even last year we thought about being boy of the year, or, you know, they inquired about him being, and he just wasn't ready. You know, he was still just too sick. Everything was too fresh. And we wanted it to be something that was more of a celebration, like, you know, so you know, we put it off a year, but Colleen was involved with, you know, helping us from day one.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So do you guys focus on, I mean, this is a lot to go through, right? Having a child that has cancer. Do you guys focus on self-care at all? Like you focus, you just talked about, you know, you have such a great support system in terms of, you know, other people that reach out and help, but just in terms of, you know, self-care or as a couple or those kind of things. Has that come into play at all through this journey for you?
Absolutely. You know, daily basis, it's just us having conversations, and sometimes they're good conversations, sometimes they're not, right? That's part of the process.
Right.
We exercise, we have we try to do as many activities with the children as possible, with our family and friends. The pandemic was a blessing and a curse at the same time. It was like everybody else, we were here in the house, couldn't really do much. There wasn't much socially going on. You couldn't gather in large crowds. So that added an extra wrinkle to it, but it's also helped insulate Grayson from, getting sick or being sick on a daily basis. And, any small bug can, lead to a trip to the ER, maybe a hospital stay for a couple days for antibiotics or whatnot, because as you know, his immune system is so depleted. It's really helped us kind of weather that storm and make it through those tough days. But we rely on each other and our families and our friends to help support us, and looking forward to when we can start paying it back, or paying it forward, if you will,
Right.
to the next family.
Yeah.
Early on in our journey, we were contacted by a local family through church that had gone through a similar situation. So we're kind of using that as a model to, pass our knowledge and support on to the next family, because we know it's going to happen again to another family in similar situations in our area, maybe. So we just want to be able to support those folks that, are going through the same thing that we went through.
Yeah. I think in the beginning, and when I say beginning, it lasted months, but we were in survival mode. We were making twice weekly trips to CHOP, and then weekly trips to CHOP. We had 3 other boys that we wanted to make sure felt loved and cared for and not forgotten. And so much of it was just survival, that back then we weren't focusing on our self-care. We were focused on the boys. We pretty quickly, well, what was it, October or so? We put them into therapy, just so that we could make sure that their emotions were being cared for, their mental health was being cared for. I also went to therapy. I go to therapy about every 5 or 6 weeks with the girl who cuts my hair. She's my true therapist. And so I think for our self-care in that initial survival phase, it was everybody else making sure that they were taking care of us. The family that Steve mentioned, their high school daughter had leukemia the year prior, so they were an extremely helpful resource for emotional support, and just like, hey, we've been there, we've done that, we've done that, like, look for these things when you're at CHOP. Don't be afraid to ask for a rocker so that his ankles don't get stiff. Like, their wisdom was just so needed, and that's the kind of thing that we want to be able to provide for somebody else. And then once we got out of survival mode, we got back to taking care of ourselves, and exercise is pretty much a given for us on a mostly daily basis. And a lot of times, just once the house is finally quiet, which I know it's hard to believe, given the beginning of this interview, it does at some point get quiet. It's for about 10 minutes when we're finally in bed before we're completely passed out. And sometimes that's, we would just express our fears to each other, and just our complete, like, oh my God, why are we going through this? How is this happening to us? And we just let each other be sad and scared, and sometimes very just like, look at what they did for us today. I can't believe this. I can't believe how much we're loved. Yeah. So, and life keeps going on. Again, we have 3 kids. We had a 3-year-old at the time who had no idea what was going on and didn't need to know what was going on. And so we still had to do daily life. And that actually helped us kind of stay in check and stay, based in reality.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing all that, for sure. Stefan says his hairstylist knows him so well, they listen to everyone. Oh my gosh. Stefan says this is why he wears his mask and thankful to be triple vaxxed to protect Grayson and those with compromised immune systems. We must protect them as well as ourselves, please. So thank you, Stefan. Heather says, Dad, John Jennings asked him to comment for him. Please tell them how much I love them and how proud I am of them.
So that's my dad. Not tech
awesome.
savvy. We love you too, Dad.
That's okay. He got here anyways.
Yeah,
hey, he's
that's right.
listening. That's what I was going to say. He's
That's
listening.
right.
So
That's
it was a success.
That's awesome. Love you guys.
Marcy's one of our amazing neighbors.
Awesome. Aparna says, donating. Thanks for sharing your story. It helps so many people. Love you all. Best hugger.
Aparna was my college roommate and still a very dear friend. So I just can't believe everybody who showed up for this and, at the end of their work day.
It's amazing.
They probably had bets on how early I would cry, Tim. And so if anybody picked like the first minute, then they won.
Wow. Senor Payasada, who shows up to these shows often with really wacky comments, says 2 pinyon trees so far. He often has pinyon tree comments, which don't make any sense. So,
do we know what a pinyon tree is?
No idea, but we'll have to check on Google later.
Yeah.
Yes. So Bill Bradford said he just donated. Thank you, Bill Bradford. We appreciate you. Yeah, thank you all so much for showing up tonight. We so appreciate you for showing up to support Kristy and Steve and Grayson. And Cherie is saying greetings from Burrell Worldwide, Beverly Hills. I recently had a conversation with her, so thank you so much for showing up.
Absolutely.
She often shows up on Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. So let's talk a little bit about Grayson in terms of what is Grayson like to do just as a child? Like, what does Grayson like to do does he like sports? What does he like to do?
Yeah, he's his number one, I think, is basketball. That's always first and foremost. So he's like any typical kid. He just wants to be with his friends. So he likes to be on the basketball court, in the backyard, in the gym. He likes to be outside with them. This day and age, if they're online, they're chatting away, online gaming together. So that's a big part of it too. He really enjoys being online with his friends and playing Fortnite and Call of Duty and God of War, all those types of games. So.
Awesome. Grayson's actually here. He just had a little bit of stage fright, so he's sitting out of view, and he just corrected his dad.
Yes,
and said that's a one-person game.
I guess you can't play multiplayer with God of War, so you learn something every day from your kids.
Oh, Grayson, what 2-player games do you like?
You don't have to come into the camera, but just come close enough so we can hear you.
Yeah.
Close enough. Yeah, but come close enough. Here.
Fighting.
This chair's not on the camera. It's not. I promise.
You don't have to see you.
He doesn't believe me. He doesn't trust me.
So what was it? Right before he got sick in 2020, I guess it was, he picked up snowboarding. So that's another thing that he does enjoy doing as well. But but
basketball is number one. He was on the rec league's all-star team right before he got sick, and then COVID hit, and so there was no basketball that following year. But that all-star team stayed together, and they kept him included. And so even when he wasn't feeling well enough to play, he was sitting on the bench with them. And I just remember the first game that he walked into, they lit up. The chatter, oh my God, Grayson's here. And they've just always had his back, always included him, and not in like I don't want to say belittling or condescending way, but like mascot way, like he's one of them. And so
part of the team.
Yeah. So
and always has been. So
the players and the coaches, just
the parents, everybody has just been
had his
amazing.
Back the entire time.
Yep.
And then he did finally feel good enough to play. And I think it was like December maybe last year when he was playing. And he got hit pretty hard and was on like the bottom of a pile. And the coach was terrified, like jumped up, was so afraid.
Yeah.
And so they just all love him so much, you know, and so that was really good to keep him connected to the sport that he loved, to make him feel like he could still play it, that he wasn't losing out on it. And you know, it wasn't a bad thing that there were no teams or no leagues that year, because he didn't miss out on anything. They weren't happening because of COVID. It wasn't that he couldn't do it because he was sick. And so that was a benefit. Selfishly, that was a benefit.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Is he still nearby, or did he run away?
Oh yeah, he is.
He's still there?
Yeah.
He's still there. Are you still there, Grayson? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you just please come closer
just
so
come
we
right
can
here.
hear you?
Just
I promise they can't see you.
Right here.
It's okay. He doesn't have to talk. It's
Just
okay.
speak up then. He's here. So you can talk to him. He's here.
There. Grayson, how much do you like basketball? My daughter, Megan, really likes basketball. She is 10. She's 10 years old. She really likes basketball.
Gray, what's your position?
Point guard or shooting guard. Usually not point guard anymore. Yeah.
What is it?
Can you hear him?
A little bit, not much.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Point guard.
Point guard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he loves it.
My daughter's not on a team, but she likes to play it. We go down to the church parking lot. They have a basketball hoop, and we just kind of shoot the hoops. So that's fun.
That's great.
That's great.
Yeah, it's fun.
Nice.
Cool. Are there any other video games you like to play, Grayson?
What are the games?
Halo.
Speak up.
Halo.
Madden.
Halo?
NBA 2K. Yeah.
Oh, NBA 2K.
Oh, but I beat you all the time in NBA 2K. So that was our thing during chemo. They would bring an Xbox over and we would play each other. And I think I won once, but the nurses went crazy when I won. And so we acted like I win all the time. But the nurses at CHOP are amazing. And when they knew Gray was coming, there was part of his treatment where he would have to be at CHOP 5 days in a row. And so when we were there every day there was an Xbox waiting for him in his chair.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they
That's
took really good care of him.
Mhm.
And they cheered me on to try to beat him.
Oh my gosh. Stefan is wondering, Grayson, who is your favorite NBA team and player?
My favorite player is LeBron James, and my favorite team is the 76ers.
Did you get that?
76ers?
76ers is his team and LeBron is his player.
Oh, LeBron.
Yep.
Thanks, Grayson.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for sharing. That's awesome. So cool. So cool. Well, we so appreciate you guys. As we wrap up, first of all, everyone, a reminder that we're here on a very special edition of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer with Kristy and Steve and Grayson over there to the side of the camera. So appreciate you all showing up on camera or off camera, wherever you are. It's all good. And this is part of Open Your Hearts and Wallets, for blood cancers, a 24-hour fundraiser, part of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Man and Woman of the Year philanthropic competition. So Kristy and Steve, is there a silver lining to all of this, going through this whole journey with Grayson, going through all of this? And also, you talked a little bit about paying it forward, but how important is it to pay it forward?
The silver lining is just realizing how supportive and loving everybody can be. I mean, you hear, a lot of negativity out there in the news, on social media, but it's, the human spirit is alive and well. And you really come to see that when a person in the community is in need, and they they showed out. They were here from day one, and they stuck around. So
yeah, we've really seen the beauty in humanity for sure.
And yeah, to pay it forward is it's like we talked about before, that initial 24, 48 hours, whatever it is, that so much is unknown, and you have no idea how you're going to get, through the next hour, as opposed to, make it to the next day, the next week. And having somebody that has been through it and to tell you that, you can do this, that this is what's going to happen, expect this, ask for this, you should buy these things and have them in your car, and bring this when you go to CHOP and or to the hospital, wherever you're getting treatment. And to remember to take care of yourself, because if you're not in the proper state of mind or in good health, you can't care for your child or your loved one that's going through this battle. So that's what we want to do. We want to be able to provide that support to the other families out there.
My personal silver lining was the realization that my kids like my cooking, because we didn't cook for months. Like we had a meal. Again, the community was just so amazing, and people were dropping off food literally for months, to the point where the kids finally said, "Are you ever going to cook again? Can you please cook something?" So that was reassuring.
Wow.
And I think paying it forward, and the other silver lining too, is it kind of ignited a fire for us in terms of philanthropy and raising money for research. We were blissfully oblivious to pediatric cancer, and then when we entered this journey, we started hearing the statistics, and it was unbelievable how common it is, luckily how survivable it is. But the thing that is so disheartening is that only 4% of federal cancer research funding goes to pediatric cancers. And so that has, really propelled us to do a lot for fundraising. We've participated in a lot of Alex's Lemonade Foundation events, and we'll continue to do that. CHOP has their own fundraising that we do with them. Nice. And so even if Gray never gets to the point where he's comfortable being on camera and sharing his story, we've embraced it. And can I finish, please? I don't know where they are. So, and that's a new mission for us. However big or small it becomes, that's something that we're always going to do. We're always going to be a part of. I remember, so when you get the diagnosis, the oncology attendant came in and sat down with us, and for 3 hours explained every single medicine that Grayson was going to get, and all of the list of side effects was unending. But we had to give consent to all of it, so she had to take the time to spend telling us all about it. And the sheet she gave us was a clinical trial, and she reassured us, you're not in a clinical trial. These are tried and true medicines that we've been using for 25 years. And initially I took great comfort in that. Okay, he's not a guinea pig. This is something that's known, it works. But then once, after months passed, wait a second, why is he getting drugs that are 25 years old? How have we not found something better by now? And then you hear why, because there's not enough research, there's not enough funding. And so that's one of the ways that we're going to continue to pay it forward. We're going to help local people. We want to be that resource. Somebody calls and says, oh my gosh, so-and-so was just diagnosed with lymphoma. Give them my phone number, call me. We're going to tell them everything they need to know. But then also, on the bigger picture of raising funds, we don't want another family to go through this. We don't want another child to have diabetes from PEG asparaginase. With solid tumors, deafness is so common. We want kids to survive, but we also don't want the comorbidities that then go because of complications from their treatment. We want easy treatments. We want cures. We want them to have full, healthy lives. And
of course,
so that's a new mission for us.
That is beautiful. That's just beautiful. So thank you for your huge hearts. Thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you for Grayson showing up on the side of you over there somewhere. That's amazing.
He's smiling.
Yep.
Yes, I just want to go to the comments one more time before we go on to the next segment. But I so appreciate you guys showing up and sharing your story tonight, and Grayson's as well. Inger says that's beautiful. Thank you, Inger. DJ is dropping the link again for to make a donation. Donations.perspectivesoncancer.com. Thank you, DJ. DJ is part of the incredible live streaming team that put together this 24-hour event. So thank you, DJ, and everyone. You're incredible. Stefan says, Mom, I'm making my famous homemade triple mushroom pizza while I listen in. I wish I could send some over from northern New Jersey. Enjoy every meal. Sure, you're an amazing cook.
I don't know if I'm amazing. Their favorite thing is a grilled cheese, but at least they like it.
Mariella sending prayers and hearts. DJ says so important to support. DJ says amazing families. Mandy says, I'm donating today. Thank you for sharing your story. Cancer is real. It's affecting us all. I have hope one day there will be a cure.
Mandy is our lifelong friend. She's always been there for us.
That's amazing. So cool. Senor Payasada says the best way to enter the stage is to make a goofy face. So in case you were wondering, in case you want some tips for entering the stage, just make a goofy face.
Is he saying I made a goofy face, or?
I never understand what he's saying, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
It's great.
We definitely made an entry with the doorbell and the dogs.
Yes,
Never
for
dull
sure.
moment.
Yes. And DJ says pizza mushrooms are my favorite. We seem to be starting a conversation with the pizza situation. So
yeah,
it's
that. Cheeseburgers all day in this house right now. Grayson is completely addicted, and he gets steroids for 5 days every month, and he just is finishing steroids now, and it's steroid week is a cheeseburger week.
Oh, there you go. Cheeseburger week. Cheeseburgers are good. Awesome. Well, before we go, I want to share a video that LLS provided just before we go. Hang on one. You guys might need some puffs or Kleenex. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Okay. I have my pile. I'll count with my sisters when we hang up.
This is the story of somebody named Brooklyn, and she has a twin sister.
Now our dog is also photobombing.
You're recording?
Yes.
Okay, maybe say, hi, my name is Brooklyn.
My name is Brooklyn. This is my identical twin sister, Alyssa. And this is my pet bearded dragon, Smaug. I love my dragon a whole lot. I would describe myself as very passionate. I love to write. I like to play the violin. I remember getting the biopsy results in my sister's bedroom. Diffuse large B-cell lymphoma. I had just turned 21. I was terrified on my first day of treatment. And before I knew it, I was getting continuous chemo for 96 hours straight. But none of it was working. At that point, we realized that we couldn't pass up any opportunities. And we had to take every moment that we could. So one of the things we did was take time for me and my sister to go find me a wedding dress. Not because I was getting married, but just to have the experience and to be able to find that perfect dress with my sister and share that moment together, since we knew that we couldn't guarantee it anymore. We were trying to learn everything we could about my diagnosis. That's why we went to LLS's blood cancer conference. And from that day on, LLS just became a big part of our lives. They helped me find meaning through volunteering and sharing my story. And they just gave me a blood cancer family. I thank LLS the most for funding my clinical trial. Getting the compassionate acceptance was really exciting, but my goodness, it was rough. And I finally got a remission. I relapsed less than 3 months later. We were sitting on a concrete bench outside the hospital thinking, why did we ever do this? A lot of feelings of defeat. I just kept asking how. How could we have done all of this? None of it mattered then. I still had cancer. So here we are. I've received all the standard treatments and even the newest blood cancer advances. And the only option now is treatment that just might slow down the cancer and buy a little bit of time. It's really hard to watch yourself get sicker. If you're not in the hospital for chemo, you're there because you have fluid in your chest or have another infection or need another blood transfusion. I'm exhausted and my family is exhausted, but I love my family and I love living life with them. We're relying on something better, more research. You give us a hope that we're hanging on to for my life. LLS calls me an honored hero, but really, you're my heroes.
Thank you, Kristy. Thank you, Steve. We so appreciate you showing up, sharing your stories, sharing Grayson's story with us.
Thank you so much for having us, Tim.
It was an honor.
Everybody show love to Kristy and Steve in the comments. And Grayson was on the side. He didn't want to come on the screen, but that's okay. We asked him some questions and he answered, and that's good. So, yes. So we are almost in the final hour of Open Your Hearts and Wallets for Blood Cancers, a 24-hour fundraiser. Thank you all so much for being part of this event, whether you have donated, but there is still time to donate. You can still donate to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society Man and Woman of the Year philanthropic competition. I still dare you to say that 10 times in a row. Philanthropic competition. Go ahead, say it. I can hear you. I can hear you. DJ saying it. DJ, are you saying it? Mom and Dad, are you saying it? I could see you in the green room. Are you saying philanthropic competition? Dorothy, are you saying it? Jenny Gold, are you saying it? Anyway, appreciate you all so much. So for the next hour, we are going to celebrate. We are going to bring on my parents. We're going to bring on Carol and George Sohn, because, you know, that's where I came from Carol and George Sohn. And they have the biggest hearts and they make a big impact in the world. And I learned from them. So I'm going to bring them on the screen now. I hope they're ready. We're going to start the next hour a little bit early. We're 3 minutes early, but better late than early than never, I guess, right? Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi. How are you guys?
We're very good. We have a little snow over here.
We do too. How much snow did you guys get?
Well, it's still snowing all day. It's the
Still
streets
snowing.
the streets are okay, but all the grass is covered. Everything is covered.
It's still covered. Did you go out shoveling?
A little bit, just the pathway.
Did you build a snowman?
No,
Did you
no,
build a snowman?
no, it's not that kind of snow. You can build a snowman.
No snowman. No.
Just slush.
A little bit.
Yeah.
No, just slush.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that sound?
Yes.
I like hearing that sound because that means a donation just came in.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yes. Every time a donation comes in, I get an email saying that a donation came in. And it goes ding.
Wonderful.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. That's a nice sound.
It is. It is a nice sound.
It also means that's when an angel gets their wings in heaven. The little sound of the bell.
Their wings in heaven. Yes. Okay. Sure.
Well, Tim, you were smart to say at the beginning of the marathon, and you said it again just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Good to have tissues at hand, or as you call them, puffs.
Yes. Shout out to Puffs and Kleenex.
Yeah.
Which do you guys use? Or do you use ShopRite brand?
Whatever's on sale.
Whatever's on sale, yes.
Whatever's on sale, yes. But the testimonies were so deeply moving. I found myself last night, just even in the first few minutes, really in tears. It's so moving and so profound, and to realize the depth of the struggle, how it is. But I think the even more beautiful is really the fact that, people accompany, people are there for you, there for all those in need. What could be more beautiful than to know that you're not alone, that you can turn around and someone is there to listen, to give an ear, to give you a hug, whatever it may be. That's so incredibly important in a world that sometimes we think is so selfish. It's only look at me. And I think this marathon is a testimony. All the good that's out there. Where's the tissues?
Gifting you hearts, Dad. Here, shout out to Pups. I brought the Pups and I brought the hearts. Here's the heart Pups. And here's the hearts. Here.
Yeah.
You know what I think is amazing, Tim?
What
The wonderful friends that you have, the people that are helping you with the marathon, but outside of the marathon, your friends also. But such value-centered people, and always willing to give a hand and to help each other. You help each other, but all the people that all of you reach out to, I mean, you're having a profound impact on the world. Every week, all the little different podcasts that people have, it's very inspirational. I feel like I know most of your friends. And
you do.
Yes, even your brother from another mother.
Yes, Stephen Kaplan, my B-fam.
And Nancy Hill and the Shopify Queen and all,
Yes, Veronica Jeans, the Shopify Queen.
All the different, because we watch the other shows, and,
yes.
Your cohort Jim and everyone.
Infused, yes.
Every single person is just so beautiful in their own way and in their own uniqueness. Everyone has their own personality, but everyone reaches out. It's very profound.
Well, somebody that I know, she had me on her Hope and Kindness rally. Her name's Andrea Sanchez. She says, "Your parents rock. Now I can see where your awesomeness comes from." And DJ says, "Adorb parents." I agree. Adorb parents. I agree.
Tim, how are you staying awake? How are you still awake?
I took a shower, and I'm not running on much in terms of you know, you can't really drink much when you're live often during 24 hours because you can't really take many pee breaks, you know? When we do this again sometime, you heard that, Dorothy? When we do this again sometime in the green room, there's going to have to be a short video created for the pee break segments of the shows. Yeah, that's got to happen. DJ says coffee or tea. I switched to tea, so that's part of the problem. Although it's not part of the problem because coffee generated much more pee. In case everybody who's watching, in case you were wondering. Yes. Yes. Inger says, wow, now I see why you are who you are, Tim Sohn. Because of you guys. Dad, I think you need the pups again. Here come the pups.
Yeah.
Pups. Here. Get them.
But Tim made a big impression right from the beginning. 9 pounds, 1.5 ounces.
You're welcome.
So because he was the cesarean section and because he was big and he had no wrinkles because of the section and he had these big, beautiful blue eyes, people would come to the nursery. Everyone would come to see him, you know, because he was just so cute. Still is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. You better move on.
You better move on. But seriously, like, you guys have had so much impact. I mean, you guys helped create a homeless shelter and all the work that you've done. I mean, the work that you do, Dad, with the Hispanic population, and you guys are just such giving people, and that's definitely rubbed off on me and the work I'm doing now. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Love.
You know, when you give of yourself, sometimes you're inspired by the people to whom you give. I mean, they all, I don't know, it kind of, it's a mutual thing. You know, I think the more you give of yourself, the more you learn and you receive, and you're inspired. You're inspired by the people that you come in contact with. I've always seen that, you know, mentioned working with the Hispanic community. I've learned so much from them, so much. You know, they inspire me. And, you know, I don't do it for that reason, but I just know that in some ways they carried me, you know, through the years. So it's just, I don't know, something, it's just mutual and it's very beautiful. Yeah.
DJ says, your whole family is beautiful, Tim.
Yeah, Eileen was sorry. Eileen is at work. She couldn't be here right now.
Yes, Eileen. I was hoping Eileen could be here, but she, she has to be at work. She works at a doctor's office. She has an important job.
Yes.
Tending to the well-being of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank you for celebrating with me, Padres.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. De nada.
Yes. All right. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Love. Dad, how do you say love?
Love.
All right. How do you say love?
Love.
Oh, wow. What a contrast. All right. Bye, guys. Love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. That was awesome to see the parents. It is now 5:07 and we have awesome news, guys. We have broke the $5,000 donation mark, which is super exciting. So thank you to all who have donated. We are so appreciative of all the donations that you have sent in for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Man and Woman of the Year competition. And the good news is that you can donate until May 18th. So if you are watching live or you're watching on the replay, and I love hearing that sound because that ding sound means that was another donation. So thank you, whoever just made that donation, for sure. So next, I am going to bring on, and by the way, this is the last hour, or it could be hours, because this is the final celebration of this Open Your Hearts and Wallets for Blood Cancers, a 24-hour fundraiser, although we could technically make it longer. Dorothy, should we make it longer? Should we just make it like 30 hours or 30? I know Rush Johns thinks it should be longer. I could see it in his beard. His beard might just grow longer if it goes longer. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Anyway, this hour is going to be a celebration, and we're also going to announce the winner of a drawing. People who donated had a chance to win prizes from Ecamm and StreamYard and photographers and authors and others. So we're going to announce those winners during this hour as well. And we're also going to bring on amazing live streamers and people on the team. And are you going to come on? My wife might even make an appearance. Imagine that. Imagine that. Okay. All right. But next, do you want to be next? But not yet. You're going to have to wait for the suspense. And there's going to be a big announcement. Guys, remember, there's going to be a big announcement. It'll have to be in this hour. Before 6 o'clock Eastern time, there's going to be a big announcement. But first, I'm going to bring on the one and only Jenny Gold. And you're muted, Jenny Gold.
I was eating bacon.
Jenny, you seriously need a bacon sponsor for your show.
I know, right? It hasn't come through yet, but it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen. So
it has to, because I mean, how many pounds of bacon did you make this week?
Well, first pound was not good, so I told Mark he could take it. I'm sure he did, but the second pound is pretty good, right? I have eaten some bacon today because I was kind of sad, but that's okay.
You're kind of sad.
I was kind of sad today, but that's okay. Here goes the music.
We're kind of sad, but then. Well, it was kind of interesting during your segment of your show.
I know, right?
Do you want to tell people what happened during your segment of the show today?
I think Boyd would be okay with me saying something.
Yeah.
Here I am, like, interviewing Boyd, who is amazing. DJ, he totally wants to talk to you, by the way. Totally amazing. And all of a sudden, I thought maybe I'd said something that irritated him. He's like, I'll be right back. He wasn't back for like a half hour. I'm like, maybe I said something that I shouldn't have said. He had no trigger words. I'm very self-conscious about this stuff. And he shows back up like, what, not even 10 minutes before the show's over. And Tim, what happened?
You tell us.
Well, he was summoned to come upstairs. He's telling his wife, excuse me, I'm on a live podcast. She's like, you need to come upstairs right now. And this gentleman had walked into their house. In his slippers, it's like below zero where they live. It's east of Maine. It's like in a different time zone, right? Is there a time zone or something? I don't know. All I know is that he was like, I get up there's some random man in their house with slippers on. It's freezing.
Right.
And they're asking him questions. He had no idea. It's kind of like he didn't know where he was. So I called police, and they said to the police, there's a guy in our house. He just showed up, walked in the door. They live in the middle of nowhere, by the way. I have more information on this now. He had crawled out of a window. I don't know if it was an assisted living place or a nursing home or something, but he crawled out of a window and just started walking. He walked about, I think he said 10 kilometers or something. No, 7 kilometers or something, 10 or 7.
Yeah, something like that.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter how many. It was a really long way. And the police were like, oh yeah, they've been looking for him.
Yes.
And they took him back to where he lives, in assisted living or whatever. So he said, all right, and then would you like to watch your Disney movie now? Or because we're in the Disney marathon. He has run 9 marathons. the 10th one is a
It's
couple
amazing.
weeks, and there'll be a Boston Marathon again. And he's a
That's
leukemia survivor.
incredible. I haven't run any marathons before.
I haven't run any either. I'm gonna say no.
Let us
I have
know
not.
in the comments, have you run any marathons? We want to know. We're curious.
No. But he was a very, very interesting gentleman, and I definitely watched that podcast. Well, not gonna get a whole lot of him, but I would definitely reach out to him and say hi to him. He likes people to reach out to him on Facebook and Instagram. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
he's a great.
All
he's a
right.
great gentleman. Yeah, and he's a
Jenny, do you
survivor.
want to stay on the screen while I bring some other people on, or do you have
Yeah, that would be- no, I'm just sitting here. I have a lot of
you're just
bacon
sitting
now.
here?
Look, hey,
All right.
look at
Well,
my
everyone,
bacon.
what do you have there, Jenny?
The bacon.
Oh,
There's
you
not
have the
that much left,
bacon.
though.
You have the
There's
bacon.
not that much- there's not so
Awesome.
much left.
All right.
It's good
All
now.
right. Well, I'm going to leave you on the screen, Jenny, and we're going to
Cool.
bring on somebody else now. We're going to bring on Mr. Rush Johns.
Yay! Hey, Ross. Good job this morning.
Hello,
What's
Russ.
up? What's
It's
up?
very early. That's great.
How
Thank
are
you
you
so
doing?
much for being part of this event, Rush Johns.
Oh, well, anytime. Thanks for doing this thing. It was fun and exciting getting up early and participating and seeing all the great people join us. And,
Yeah.
this is what it's all about, the community, the effort, the energy, and just hats off to you and applause to you, all the gratitude for putting this together, keeping it organized, and getting everybody in place when they need to be there. And hopefully it was incredibly productive for everyone, and everybody felt included and also enjoyed the process. So thank you for being here, Tim, and appreciate what you do.
Appreciate what you do as well. And I know TD was gonna try to sing. I don't know if he let you know he had a family emergency. I don't know if he communicated that with you or not.
No, I didn't see that. And I've been after the show. I've been on back-to-back calls, so I didn't really get a chance to get back on. But I felt bad that his connection wasn't very good in the car, and I didn't want
He was driving. I felt nervous.
It's like, oh no. So I thought it was best that we drop him off, and hopefully he can come back at another time in the future, and we'll be able to highlight his skills and share his gifts with the world as well. So it's always great to connect with new people and friends. So
Definitely.
But Jenny got on, and I didn't catch everybody's parts and pieces, but I look forward to catching up with the rest of the streams and seeing a little bit of everybody's activities. So thank you so much.
But Russ, the thing of the day was your podcast more exciting than mine? Like, did your person leave in the middle of your podcast for a half hour? I broke into their house.
No.
Just walked into, just walked into.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I think Tim, I think you and I handled that quite well.
We acted pretty quickly. Oh,
Yeah.
and when he left, we had to. But it was all good in the end.
It
was all good. Boyd was okay. The man that walked into his house was okay, and it was all good. Yeah, but it's definitely a story for the books.
But we did get to watch all the videos and we talk about everything else. And then when he came back on, we watched his Disney, because he ran the marathon in Disney. He had the final video.
One of the things that I'm looking forward to after this event is over, besides resting, is is going back and looking at the replays of the video, and especially the stories that people shared during the hours of these events, and even the connections and perspectives that people shared in the comments. People showing up and supporting each other. That's I appreciate when people do that.
Yeah, that was really nice. That was a great activity.
Ooh,
and
you spent $300.
All right, thanks for the updates, Dorothy. You are the best.
Thank you, Dorothy.
She said she had to go, so I think she had to leave eventually, didn't she?
Who had to
So-
leave? Oh, Dorothy has to go. Dorothy,
Yeah,
don't
Dorothy
leave
had to go.
us.
She said,
Dorothy.
bring it on for
Dorothy.
5 minutes. So
Oh, Dorothy, you have to go. Can you come on right now? Or do you really have to go?
I could drop. So
Dorothy.
there she is.
Dorothy, you're muted.
You're
No,
muted.
you can't leave. You can't leave. No. No, you have to come on.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Hi.
Yes, I have my own show at 5:30 that I gotta get ready for.
Oh, well, you have plenty of time.
Yeah, yeah. I
You're
like to
pro.
be prepared. I don't like flying by the seat of my pants on my own show, but
5:29. You're okay.
yeah, exactly right. Anyways, I just want to thank everybody. This has been truly wonderful event, and thank you for making my crazy idea a reality, because I know the world is watching. I know that we created it for this, but I know that this is going to be a model for other events. I've already had a couple people approach me on that, so but yeah, I just really want to thank the entire team, and for all of the guest speakers that have been on the last 24 hours, and for all the streamers that have put together this amazing event and made it the way it is. And I know that we're going to continue on. There is an after party. The after party is on What's Good Wednesday. So we can continue on over there too. And like we said, we have it for the next 10 weeks. So we will continue on until we reach our goal.
Onward. Onward.
And we might do another 24-hour event closer to the end. I don't know.
Did you just
Depends
say that
on
out
what Tim
loud?
says.
Did you just say that out loud?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
We're doing it.
Dorothy.
You said it and I agreed. It's happening.
Do you realize that I have crammed a whole week's worth of stuff in 3 days? Like, I seriously have done it. And I'm sure most of us have that have been on here. But yeah, this has been wild. It's
Oh my
been
gosh.
absolutely wild. It's been incredible. I am so sorry that I missed Grayson's story. I was driving at the time, trying to rush back to get here. So I'm gonna have to go watch the replay on that later.
Yeah, it's okay.
sounds
It
like it's
was actually the first time that his parents shared publicly his story. So it was pretty powerful. Grayson actually didn't want to come on the screen, so he did share a little bit off the screen about basketball and video games and stuff like that. So that was cute. But the parents' perspective was definitely appreciated. It was raw, real, emotional, but so appreciate them showing up, and sharing.
Yeah. I heard that he's in a hamburger phase, so I guess it's not just my 10-year-old that just is fixated on two different things to eat. So that's good to know.
There you go. There you go.
I'm not alone in that struggle.
You're not alone.
We've been talking about
Right.
things like grilled cheese and cheeseburgers or something. Is that before or after he gets his this said something about his steroid shots or something. So he said, was it like cheeseburgers or the grilled cheese after the steroids? I don't know. I don't remember. I'll have to rewatch. But Tim, who was the girl that was on the little girl? They were saying that
The girl was McCoy on the first day.
I'm not sure. No, it's either earlier today or last night. But her parents said that she likes the after parties. They would talk about, the kids would talk about the after parties. They had their chemo. You remember that? The mother was like, I don't know where she learned the word after party, but she knows some after parties. So
That wasn't the girl of the year in McCoy?
Could have been.
Laura
Yeah.
Rappa was the mom?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was yesterday. I'm trying to get all my days straight.
Yeah, I know.
Yesterday.
I know too.
Yesterday at 8:00 Eastern was that conversation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty cute though.
You're gonna
And
have to
Florida,
catalog it.
I'm going to Florida in 2 days. That's what's happening. I'm not Florida, California.
California.
Oh my God.
Take me with
Media
you.
marketing world.
The other coast, huh?
This way.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Dorothy. You better go to your show. It starts in
Yes,
like
I've
8
gotta
minutes or
go.
7 or
I have another call. I
Okay,
got
Russ.
to jump off to as well, Tim. But
Okay.
I wanted to jump
appreciate
in and at least thank you so much for the opportunity to participate and applaud your
Thank you,
efforts and energy. And thank you so much for doing what you do and being who you are. Love you. Thank you so much for being here.
Love.
Jenny, love you as always. And take care and we'll be in touch. Okay.
Thank you, hon. All right, bye bye.
Thank you, Russ. All right. Up next, Jenny Gold, are you still hanging out?
Yeah, I can.
All right,
Even if there
cool.
are people
We have somebody bopping in the green room. I think I'm just gonna bring the next 2 people on at the same time. We have Mark Lee and we have DJ.
Yay.
DJ, are you gonna bop too?
DJ likes to bop
dance?
too.
Oh, shit.
Is your mic gonna work?
I've
Yes,
been
it's working.
Nice too.
Listen, I was bopping since 4:45. I'm tired of bopping and booping.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
First off, Tim,
Yes, Mark.
I have
This
to
is
tell
what
you
number
something.
is this? Wait, what hour is this? Is it 23rd?
It's the 23rd hour. and everything.
23rd hour of
23rd
Open
hour.
Your Hearts and Wallets for
Open
Blood
your hearts
Cancer
and wallets.
Okay.
We would open our hearts and wallets.
25-hour fundraiser.
First off, I want to tell you, Tim, you don't know this because I just actually had it happen again today and everything.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Mom, so I've actually got to send her the email. But Mom has already promised me that she is sending to you some money because she actually makes a regular donation to LLS because of what I told you with my granddad and lymphoma. But she's going to actually direct that toward this effort and everything. So I've got to send her that donations link and all of that. But she did tell me that as I talked to her earlier today, getting ready for my segment. Those of you that may not have seen it, the Funky Eye Puppets were in tears because Mr. IPC, the founder of the Funky Eye Puppets, had also lost, I believe it was his father, to blood cancer, and he lost one of his inspirations, a guy that he calls Silly Rabbit, that he met in that whole space and everything, and he shared that story, and he was literally in tears at the end of his performance piece. Anybody that heard it knows that he was very emotional in it, and some of the puppets came on and shared their stories as well, because some of them had dealt with various cancers, including some others that had blood cancer in that space. So we definitely had our moment, and a lot of folks are there. As a matter of fact, I just left the after party because we do that after all of our performances in Clubhouse, and it actually went on for a while. Some people, including Sarah, who's in upstate New York, shared her connection to her salon because she's also a barber and a voice actor, a beauty salon operator and a voice actor, and she was sharing her stories with that, and she put it on her post, and several of the Funky Eye Puppets are still sharing the donations to their link because they had me give them the link, so they're going to still be spreading the word even after you're done at 6 o'clock. So that word is still going out there and will still continue because they're going to still put that on several of their pages. So don't be surprised if we don't see a spike in some donations in the next hour or two. No promises, but I did hear them all, at least to a few folks, say that they were going to see what they can do based on their own economy and their own situations. But everybody was very much enriched by what you were doing and very much pleased to help in any way that they could. And they all had personal stories to share of how it had impacted their lives as well. I just wanted to share that with you, Tim, because like I told them, you're like a brother to me and all of that. I consider all of us part of this global live streaming family and just amazing folks. DJ knows that I just love her smile and I've got a deep crush on her, but that's a whole nother story and all of that.
Oh my gosh.
Nice shot.
Thank you so much, Mark Lee, for being an amazing human with a huge heart. Thank you for, I think we first connected through Street Navasan, right?
I think so. I think
through his New York Times read-alongs, right?
Yeah.
And then you were in my live streaming course, and then Brian Schulman, and then just everywhere. You're everywhere. You know everyone. You connect everyone. You're just amazing. And now you're producing and everything.
I'm just trying to do as much as I can. Like I said, I consider you to be one of my live stream mentors. You talk about that course that we took and everything, but definitely a lot of these things that I've learned, including some new tricks like how to turn a YouTube video into something that you can just plug in, because that's actually what I did with my segment and everything, because I saw some folks were trying to do the catch and grab, which sometimes works, but there are other little tricks that I've learned to go in there and all of that. But definitely, I definitely consider you one of my mentors, and I just love both of these ladies, because I actually also have a deep feeling in my heart for Miss Jenny as well, because Jenny is so much of a warm person, and I just love her spirit and her style and everything, and I consider her to be somebody that I have a great deal of affection for her as well.
Thank you. I was so, you guys, by the way, I know I was saying you can cry if you want to. I was not going to cry. Not going to cry. I'm telling you, Daniel Hall, whenever you do your opening things with that music, it's over. Like, it's over. I was like, okay, yeah, my mom just died. Sorry, I just can't keep it together. Like, I honestly was not going to cry today. I was like, there you go.
No, but if you want to talk about crying, can we all agree? And me and DJ have talked about it. I played it twice and everything. Anybody that watches Brooklyn and does not cry does not have something's the matter with their body. Because, like I said, that is one of the most emotional things that I've ever seen and everything. And I've actually got a very special offer for your team, Tim, from one of the people that you have met. Because I know that you know Vessie Minx. That's one of the funky eye puppets that is also a singer.
Yeah,
I told her about that video,
from
and
Shout
she
Out Saturday.
said, yes.
She came on Shout Out Saturday one time, right?
Yes, she did. She did come on Shout Out Saturday, right? And she did say that she is such a avid songwriter and loves writing songs that she actually wants to write a song for Miss Brooklyn. So she actually wants me to send that video if it's okay for the people, and if LLS is okay for that. She would love to write a song for Miss Brooklyn that she wants me to share with you and then to share to Brooklyn. So I don't know what the process is for that, but she has offered to do that, and she's actually said if I send that to her today, she will do it today. So like I said, just let me know what that process is, but she definitely made that offer as recently as about 15 or 20 minutes.
So beautiful. Yeah, I can contact Pam at LLS, and I'm sure she could get in touch with whoever she needs to get in touch with for sure.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful.
I watched that 5 or 6 times because the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God. Like, I cannot have that on my show. DJ, I told you too, but I told this to Tim. I said, Tim, I don't know if I can want to do this one. I don't know if I can play that, but I did.
Yeah. So DJ. Hi, DJ. Hi down there.
DJ.
Hi. Thank you for.
What's up?
Thank you. Hi. Thanks for all the stuff that you did for this event. All this branding, all the Canva templates, you made this event look incredible.
Thank you.
And your live streaming.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Thanks. Thank you. Anyway, I'll give what I can, as we all should. Give what I can. So
yeah,
that's why we're
you
here.
gave a lot.
Thank you.
You gave a lot. You gave from your heart.
I try. I do. It's genuine. It's for others to, find some sort of hope. So that, I think it's important to, reflect on the last couple hours, more than a couple, but I've learned so much. So I've heard other people sharing what they've heard in the stories, how they've impacted them, and just seeing a different side of people, getting to know people in a different way, bond with them in a different way. And it just brings us all closer together. So I'm love to be a part of it. And thank you for the invitation. And
thanks for accepting it and taking it on full force. You just showed up and you were just like, shh.
Listen, I'm like that. When I commit. I go for the long haul, for the long term. I'm a very loyal, committed person. Anyone that knows me I don't easily disappear unless I'm done. If we're done, then we're done. But
there you go.
No, but you know what I mean.
Good to know. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. And I think that's like a health thing, right? Like we have to take care of ourselves.
And Rachel Druckenmiller is giving you props down below as well, just on DJ.
Thank you. I mean, again, just giving time, giving skills, giving energy, sharing our energy, sharing stories. all we can do. You know, if we can't give money, I can't give money.
No, but that's
So-
self-care.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
You're giving
That's
from your
self-care.
heart. You're
But
giving your
I'm giving,
talents.
yeah. Oh, I love it. So it makes me
Yes.
so happy.
Yes.
What matters the
I
most.
see this down here. Donation.
Yes.
Donation.
What are you pointing out?
Pointed at that
Sticker?
address that folks can still send donations to.
Yes, and we are reminding you all that this is this the 24th hour? I think it's the 24th.
The 23rd hour, which leads to the 24th. As soon as you
The
hit
20
that
yes,
6 o'clock,
6
which is
PM
27
should be
minutes
the-
away, then you will be at the 24-hour mark.
Yes.
We're in the 23rd hour.
That's
23rd.
exactly right.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
that's
welcome
what
to the 20.
Mine
Wait,
was
this is the 23rd and a half hour. This is
Because
the
I did this-
23rd and a half hour.
23rd and a half hour.
23rd and a half.
After 23 and a half hours, where
Yeah.
mathing doesn't work so well.
I was
Welcome
gonna say
to the
you don't
23rd
do
and a
math
half
well. I
hour.
don't think any of live streamers do math well. We've already agreed on that. Math is not our strong suit.
Open your hearts and wallets for blood cancers, a 24-hour fundraiser, the longest name ever, of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, a philanthropic competition. That, all of those words together, yes.
And it's a competition.
And
I
it's a
don't-
competition. Say
I don't know if-
competition also. Yes.
Ooh, yeah. We are in competition with other teams, folks.
We are in competition.
If y'all
with other
don't know.
teams
Yeah, that.
in Northeast
Tim.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Yes.
We got, this
Um,
is 10 weeks, Jenny.
I know,
You
but I
guys-
This
think we
is just
should.
the start. This
Wow,
is
this is
the
the
beginning.
Like I said, and I think that you've got a good start because the last numbers I heard were actually some pretty impressive numbers for a 24-hour period. I think that you're pushing near the 10% mark, and you still got weeks to go. So I don't know the exact number, but I think I heard
We are
somewhere in the
actually
neighborhood of
at
like
the
close to
11%
5 or something
mark.
like that.
We're at 11% right now.
Okay.
Yay.
Yes.
So that's
And
over
we're
5.
only-
Past the 10% mark.
Past the
I thought it
10%
was-
mark.
Yeah,
Yes.
Velvet ring. Is there another donation that came in a little bit ago? Tim?
Yeah, I'll check the update in a minute.
What?
But I
What?
believe we're at the 11% mark.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so I'm
That
going
is
to
very
bring on
exciting.
Mr.
Really
Stefan
fun
Kaplan
thing.
really quick, and then I'm going to bring on this lady right here who says it's like the name of the Michael Scott run for rabies title on The Office.
Yeah, it was a long name.
Hello,
but
Stefan Kaplan.
Stefan's been doing yeoman's work.
My brother from another mother.
You mute?
I was making dinner, man.
Oh, you were making dinner. I'm sorry.
A
We
pizza.
interrupted your dinner. I'm sorry about that.
Mushroom pizza.
Pizza.
Did you
Give me
bring
some of
some
that.
for all of us?
Yeah, I need the dinner here. I need the pizza here, but I actually was going to tease Tim about something because, you know, well, all this work, and of course, I had to do dedicated work for Tim and everything. So as folks can tell, because I've actually had a couple of friends, I think even DJ had referenced it and everything, because I had said that on the Wednesday Brian Showman, the thing that he does every Wednesday, that I was going to be more trimmed down. As y'all can tell, I have not made the trip to the barber. The barber is tomorrow. I refuse to not go to the barber tomorrow. So, like I said, DJ, Jenny, if I come anywhere that's public that doesn't have a cut by tomorrow afternoon, I've got regular work to do too. But I've already told them I'm taking a break. I got to go to the barber. So if y'all see me on the screen, and there's not been a haircut, but I knew I had to dedicate myself to Tim, so I had sacrificed. So.
Aww.
All right, Stefan Kaplan. Thank
What's
you.
up?
Thank you for everything. Thank you for being part of my incredible team, for being part of my incredible live streaming team, for being
You're
my
welcome.
brother from another mother, for getting on tons of video calls during this insane pandemic, laughing and crying and all the emotions during all the insanity, and just for being an amazing friend. And that was a really great conversation you had today with Sage Breslin. So thank you for that as well.
It was a really good conversation. I tried to run it the way, you know, it was a little out of order in terms of the way the run of show was, but
I noticed. No, I'm just kidding.
but I wanted to give her the. I had researched her, I had listened to her and everything else, and I really wanted to let her have the floor most of the time. And
Yes.
my real purpose within the way I interviewed her was to segue into everything the way I did, which I think went really well in terms of the conversation from her journey to her family even showing some photos and talking to her about her pets and other things. I just wanted people to get a real feel for her overall. She's an amazing woman, and what she's gone through and what she's still going through, including getting back to driving, going, she still won't go into a supermarket,
Yeah.
I mean, because her immune system, she has to be careful.
Understandably.
And that's one of the things I was saying when you were just interviewing Grayson's parents.
Yeah. I saw that comment.
Yeah, okay. I understand the president's stance and everybody else's that we have to start opening up and going back to normal with a lot of things and this and that. But that doesn't mean that we neglect all those around us who have these types of compromised immune systems. And we have to give a lot of thought to that.
Right. Exactly.
That's it right there.
Because, okay. You want to walk around and be free and everything else and this and that. But, okay, but there's a lot of people out there who, if they get this thing, they could pay the price severely.
Yes.
Jenny's right.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, she was a great guest, great interview. I'm really glad that I got the chance to talk to her. I'm really glad I got the chance to know her. Plus, she offered something very generous. She offered that if anybody donates $100, whoever donates $100 or more, she will send them. You can pick someone, and she'll send them a book.
Oh, good.
So sweet.
So it's in the comments of her show and everything else, and she'll donate one of her books. So,
all right, thank you, Stefan Kaplan.
Yep,
and thank you very much. If any of you guys have to go, I totally understand, or you're welcome to stay.
No, I'm eating while we're talking.
Oh, eating and talking. Let's just radiate real.
Almost a pizza.
Pizza's really good. I make a triple mushroom pizza with fresh mozzarella on top.
We're just keeping it real here. All right. So next, I'm going to bring on shout out to mozzarella cheese.
No, not mozzarella.
No, not mozzarella.
Mozzarella. Mozzarella.
Which one?
The moots.
The moots. Mozzarella.
Moots.
I don't know how we say it in Shahola. How do we say mozzarella in Shahola? Mozzarella. We just say mozzarella here in the woods with the bears and the turkeys.
You're from Queens. Shame on you.
All right. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready for the one and only Rachel Druckenmiller? Rachel,
I don't know if anybody's ready for her. She's so amazing.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here she comes. Hi. It's Rachel Druckenmiller. Oh my gosh.
She's like a superstar.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, isn't she?
It's the superstar.
You're so kind. I'm wearing my my hope.
Oh, that's a
shirt
today. Sure. Look at
I
that.
love it.
Nice color.
This is about right creating hope.
Hope.
Yeah.
It's all about hope. Hi, Rachel.
Hi. It's so
Thanks
good
for coming back.
See you, of course. And I realized I missed the memo. I think I've had like 9 meetings today.
That's okay.
Which is good.
I don't know which memo you're talking about. There's been a lot of memos over 24 hours.
I see everybody on Facebook as opposed to LinkedIn, and I'm noticing that there's maybe all the comments. I'm seeing that people that normally comment on LinkedIn are on Facebook. So I'm like,
oh yeah, I saw I don't know what's going on, but
there was
we're here, so that's
LinkedIn.
Good. We're here. It's not synced up on LinkedIn from what's posted on here, what's sharing on here.
Yeah.
But anyway, but we're here.
We are here, and that's good.
Brian's saying there's LinkedIn issues.
LinkedIn is
Yeah, I was agreeing with that because I saw some of those earlier doing one of my other shows and some other shows as well. So LinkedIn's having a moment.
Well, there you go. They're having a moment. They're having a Wednesday moment, I guess. I don't know.
They're having a Wednesday moment.
Case on Wednesdays.
Cyber hacking.
Hold on a second. I know this is all about cancer, but Stefan bought pizza and Rachel's got drinks. Is it just me or Jenny or DJ and even Tim? Is there something seem wrong about this? Oh, see, you got a drink,
water.
DJ.
I'm boring.
I might think so.
Water.
Mark, after all the work all of us have put into it and the incredible work that Tim's done, if I didn't make dinner for my family tonight, they were going to throw me out of the house.
Understood.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Rachel, I'm real. I radiate it real, period.
You always radiate real.
Ditto. I don't think you can really be in this crew and not.
I just won't get on camera without my hair done.
That's nice.
Oh my gosh. Well, Rachel, there's been so much unmuting going on over the last 24 hours. So many people sharing their cancer stories, and we just heard the story of Grayson, a 9-year-old boy who's been going through lymphoma, and his parents shared their perspective and his story for the first time publicly on Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer just a few minutes ago as part of this event. And Grayson didn't come on the screen, but we talked to him a little bit. He was off the camera. That's okay. And yeah, but it's just
found out who his favorite basketball team is.
Yes, you did.
We did talk about basketball teams and video games, so that was cool.
Perfect.
Cool.
I think he peeked his head in at the end. He's cute. He's a cute little kid. I have a question. I did not know. I don't know of any kids that have lymphoma. I've only heard of kids having leukemia. Have you guys heard this?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I never. I don't know. I haven't heard that.
It seems to me that if I remember correctly, on one of who did Kara interview, because the gentleman that Kara interviewed mentioned the fact that it was
Josh Tehan,
very rare. That it was very rare to happen and everything. And I remember that being earlier this morning, like around midnight or something. But I do remember.
Yeah, that was Josh Tehan. His son had acute leukemia, and he was diagnosed at age 3. And now he's 16 and doing well, thank goodness. And they're both involved in Leukemia and Lymphoma Society now together, which is really cool.
I just haven't heard of any adult.
I have to say one thing that Mark said, and it's true. Grayson was too shy to come on camera, and I totally understand that.
Yeah, of course.
But Brooklyn, of course. But Brooklyn, that video, like Mark said, I've been breaking down every time I see it. I mean, that girl has touched so many people. I am sure that she is just amazing, and that video is so powerful, and it's one of the most powerful videos I've ever seen of a kid being interviewed about her condition, about a young person rather. She's not a kid anymore.
Yeah.
To me, she's a kid, but you know, she's just such a sweetheart. Oh my God, man, such a sweetheart. You know.
Yeah.
That was a tough one to watch.
It was tough to watch. It's tough to watch that every time. I mean, it's hard enough when we see adults that are going through these cancer fights and everything. Yeah. But I mean, and I do agree. I think I mentioned it on one of my segments that I know it's something that the President of the United States has said that he definitely wants to address, is trying to tackle the various cancers and all of that. But it's even harder when you see that it's a kid and all of that. Because like I said, I don't have any children of my own, but I've got a lot of friends with kids, some that are adults now, but some that are younger ages. I've got 2 nephews because my brother was a late life father, so they're only 13 or 14, and I can only imagine what it would be like if they were going through something like that, and it would just be tearing at me as their uncle. So like I said, to see that video was just so moving, and I'm really going to wonder about anybody that sees those videos and sees what we're doing this for. And if they don't have tears, if they're not moved in some way or another, I'm really going to wonder about their humanity. Because like I said, this is a time for us to be very humane and for us to try to be very concerned about what's going on, both on this fight on a regular basis, because it's such a long fight, and it's a fight that we've been battling with for decades and all of that. But I am of the opinion that maybe it's just a fighter in me, but I never give up. And I know that, Tim, you've got that as a survivor yourself and everything. While I may not have any of these ailments and everything, I just know that friends of mine have gone through it, and I don't want anybody else to have to go through this. So I just want everybody that's listening and everything to realize that this is a fight that we need to continue. Definitely we need to make those donations. And as I've been saying several times, no amount too small, no amount too large. So give what you can, and please give even in this 23rd going into the 24th hour, because it is something that is definitely needed to be done on a regular basis. On a last note, I would say there's a point of privilege that I'm right here in North Carolina, which has got a lot of research facilities and a lot of hospitals. That's actually what we're known as the city of medicine and all of that being Durham. So I'm hoping that those folks are continue to work diligently so that they can find those cures, so that hopefully at some point, decades and on down the line, we can be fighting for not so much cures as fighting for care and things along those lines. Because right now it's about both cures and care. But right
and that's
now,
why Rachel's wearing her hope shirt.
Exactly. And Rachel,
yes.
I love you as a singer, so I'm gonna shut up and let you do your thing, because you are truly amazing.
Rachel, you just keep doing that.
Rachel, I'm gonna shut up now.
Yes, Rachel, is there something you want to sing for us tonight?
Yes. Woo. Yes. Pizza and a song.
And you're muted.
You're muted, Rachel.
Unmute yourself, Rachel.
So you can say it.
Of course.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people I think a lot of people that don't know me assume that, like, oh, you've just always been like a performer, And I think, so much of these conversations around sharing our stories is about recognizing that, like, all of us have the capacity to grow and to change and to find more courage to do things. And, growing up, I loved singing, but I didn't have the courage to sing it, to do it in front of anybody, because it's so vulnerable. And I was very, very quiet and guarded and shy and timid, and I avoided theater classes, and I avoided choir, and I avoided debate and public speaking, which is, I speak for a living, so that's the irony there. And it wasn't really until I was 20 years old, after a semester abroad in Spain, that I came back, and I just had this new lease on life. I'd been in a culture that was so vibrant and alive and colorful and musical, and I'd lived there for 4 months after having lived in the same house in Baltimore for 20 years, never moved. And I came back, and I felt different. Like we had these moments that are catalytic, that changed something or opened something, and I felt like I was more awakened. And that was when I tried out for the first time for gospel choir.
I have a question for you, Rachel.
Yeah.
How many songs do you have stored in your head?
Not as many as you would think, actually. For somebody who loves singing, I actually don't know song lyrics very well, like naturally. I mean, certain songs, like probably a lot of like old school Mariah Carey songs. Like I loved listening to like Mariah Carey and Amy Grant and like Celine Dion and.
So who's your favorite singer?
Ace of Base.
Ace of Base.
When I was growing up, not like my favorite singer. I really love. Did you have a question?
Yeah, who's your favorite singer?
I love Lauren Daigle. Lauren Daigle, and I've seen her in concert, and she is just a bright soul. And she has she has an Adele-esque voice. I also really like Adele. There's just power. I've always been a fan of just powerhouse singers that also bring a certain level of emotion and vulnerability, and they show up like what you see is what you get.
Right.
And
Well,
I also love James Taylor.
That's why I love Lisa Fisher so much. Do you know Lisa Fisher?
Wow.
I don't, but I need to.
Lisa Fisher was one of the most famous backup singers for the Stones.
Ooh.
And I mean, she has her own thing now, and she's always had her own thing in many ways. The woman has just the most. I've seen her twice at the Blue Note and a couple of other places. Oh my God, she is like she has the voice of an angel and the pipes of a race car. Power, man, powerful.
Wow.
You have to look her up. You have to check her out.
I just typed her name up in my little note on my computer.
Oh yeah,
so
Lisa Fisher and the Stones. You'll love her. You'll love her.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, and I'll say like shout out to Brian Schulman. I see Brian here too, and like
Brian.
It was
hey guys.
Like shout out Saturday and What's Good Wednesday that I first really started coming on here on LinkedIn.
Brian is the king of driving comments, man. I tell you, man. Boy, when that boy gets rolling, woo, man.
Like Sarah was trying to just copy paste or something.
It's like a waterfall. It's like a waterfall of love, right? A waterfall.
Nerve.
Brian, how fast can you type?
Pretty fast.
I'm telling you, man, dude, I can't keep
Yeah,
up.
thanks to my mom for that. She said, I'm gonna make sure you know how to type. And now I type much better than I write. So because I'm trying to write as fast as I type. Doesn't work out.
It doesn't work out.
Penmanship has gone down the tubes, man.
Oh yeah.
Do we even teach cursive anymore?
Oh God, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
So yes, I do have a song for you, Tim. You asked.
Yes.
And so what I've started to do is, I've wanted to do, I love singing a cappella oftentimes because I have so much more just like freedom to go where I want to go with it. Bless you. And because I like growing, I've been experimenting with having backtracks, having an accompaniment, because I don't play any instruments, like my voice is my instrument. And there's just something that can be added when you have an instrumental, along with a piece. So the Let It Be that I did yesterday, that was the first time, like maybe ever, I did a Lauren Daigle song called Hold On To Me a couple of months ago. But that was really the first time I did like a full-on backtrack with a song. So like, you're just the kind of, just bring that out in people, So I'm like, it's still nerve-wracking, you know what I mean? Like people also assume that like, because you appear confident that like, I've got this, but I care, I care. So like, I still have moments where I'm like, I get the butterflies, but it's like, I try to interpret it as excitement. Like you're doing the thing that you wanted to do when you were 7, that you were too afraid to do. And now people like are celebrating you for it instead of you feeling like you have to mute it, which is so much for me of where that unmuted message and the need to show up that way in the world comes from, is because I know what it's like to mute myself and to mute my joy. And I think especially even in the midst of suffering and even in the midst of struggle, it's so important to connect with the people and the experiences and the feelings that bring us and activate that sense of joy. Like it carries us through really difficult times.
Voice your vibe, Rachel. Yeah. And it's so true. It's so true, because when we have our tribe around us, they just lift us up. And what we didn't think we could do, or didn't think we had the courage to do, or we were able to do because of the love and the support and the encouragement. So we're so proud of you.
Oh, thanks. I feel it's like I could fall flat on my face and I could miss every note and I completely blow this song and I would be no less supported. And that's
we will still be here going, yes!
You got your back, Rachel.
I appreciate that. So yeah, this is a song I've done before a cappella, but I've never done it before publicly with accompaniment. So I just encourage you to just think about what's giving you hope right now, really, as I sing this song. Okay.
You are.
All right. So it may help to mute yourselves, just as a heads up for the thing coming through, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the thing. So here we go. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, and oh, why can't I? Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh, why can't I? Happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't
Oh my gosh, Rachel.
Wow. I'm crying.
Ah, so good.
Just like chills and
So
just,
good.
like
Tissue.
you are so amazing, Rachel.
I try to do everything I try.
Thanks, guys.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Love you.
Wow.
What a gift.
Hmm?
I feel love. I feel love.
Wifting love. Love.
Love and hope.
Receiving love and hope.
Yes.
It's
All of
actually
it.
all
Never
my love is
stop.
floating above into Tim's screen. That's how radiating you are.
I see it.
It's literally it's coming right out the bottom of his.
And it's floating up to Jenny. Like,
That is, it's right.
I was like, I'll take it, I'll take it.
DJ's got the rainbow. I'm shooting that down to her. So it's actually bleeding into Stefan's room right now too.
Yes.
The purples are.
Yeah, that flow is
Incredible.
pretty cool how you work that out.
Color
Pretty
vibes.
amazing.
Amazing
Vibes.
Oh my gosh.
Aw,
So incredible.
thanks
Thank you,
so
thank you,
incredible.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
You're
and
welcome.
just thank you,
And thank you.
and thank
You're
you,
so welcome. And
6
you're so
o'clock.
welcome.
Thank you.
and thank you. It's
We
6
did it!
o'clock.
Wait,
It's
wait,
6
what?
o'clock.
What?
Hallelujah.
It's 6 o'clock, but we're not done. We're
No.
not.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, and we still have to announce drawing winners. Also,
Yes.
yes.
Rachel's gonna draw us a picture.
Ooh,
No,
let's take a
we have
celebration
actually
shot.
drawing winners.
Somebody
Rachel, I don't know
donate.
if you have to go, if
No, I
or
can
you're
hang
welcome
for
to
doing
stay.
this. Or you can say like, celebrate good times. Come on.
All right.
I love it.
See?
That's what we're gonna do.
Yes. So let's do
Jams.
what? Oh, jams.
Get
We
the
need like
jams.
music or something.
Yes, you know me, Tim. Come on. Now.
I know. We need music. And Mark Lee's back.
DJ, we
DJ,
found
get it
the
together,
contact
DJ.
on Belgrade.
There you
Yes.
go. A little something,
Okay, great.
something.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you guys vote for? Do you guys vote for breaking news first or drawings? Drawing. Not drawing, but
Well,
announcing
I'd
drawing
say-
winners. first?
I'd say breaking news
Breaking
first, because those want to hear the breaking news and who won. So that way, no one will leave.
Breaking news.
That's right. Breaking news first.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to do this correctly. Breaking news. Breaking news in proper Snapcam form.
Wow, look at you.
Nice.
Okay.
Coming in October of 2022. That's the year we're in, right? October 2022.
Yep, we
That's
are.
the year. I don't know what day it is, but that's the year we're in, right?
Yes.
2022. The first ever Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer in-person conference.
Ooh.
Connecting cancer survivors and cancer supporters to show up, share their stories, and connect in person.
Wow.
2022.
Where?
Wow. What's that gonna be?
Stay tuned.
That's amazing.
It's happening. It's out there. It's happening.
That's a big deal.
Oh wow.
Nice. Sweet. That's really
That's
big deal.
breaking news.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Incredible news. It's huge.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
That's gonna be big.
Once we get a little baby or something.
No, I don't have sound effects tonight.
I know. I'm trying to do it without sound
No.
effects. It doesn't work out.
Brian, start doing this and hearts will start flowing.
Tim,
The
whip the
horn,
heart.
air horn.
Whip the
Whip the
heart.
heart. Do something. Do something.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
Do something.
There it is.
I can't
Whipping
wait for the
heart.
details.
Whipping hearts.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
this-
Yes,
yeah.
stay tuned.
Over
Stay,
that
stay tuned. No speaking after 24 hours. We are now in the, or is this the 25th hour?
25th hour.
Welcome to the 25th hour of open your whatever this is.
Open your wallets.
Before the drawing, I also just want to say thank you to, well, I said thank you to all of you. I also want to say thank you to Brian Schulman down here, because I didn't have a chance to say thank you to you personally for opening your hearts, and Brian and Nancy Barrows last night with your 2-hour segment of the show. And it was awesome to be able to be on screen with you guys for a portion of that, along with Ashok. And it's always great to be able to spend time with you guys on screen. And yeah, you guys have always just been so supportive and all the things.
We love you, Tim.
So love.
That's what we do.
And I get to see you guys in how many days?
Oh my God, it's just a couple days.
A couple days. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, and thank you to my wife who's over here. She's over here. Do you want to come over here? Yes. She does not appear on video often, but she's
It's
Joy. Look at Joy.
Yay!
Look, she's here. Look. Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
take 1 million screenshots, quick.
Oh my gosh. A screenshot. Oh my gosh. She's Joy. Yes. Yeah, she's been helping behind the scenes.
DJ's like, now?
Yeah, let me know. Did we get it? Did we get it?
It's
We got it. Yes. Yeah, shout out to her. She's put something with my live streaming shenanigans, right?
Oh yeah.
And you.
She's
Did
like,
she get a title? Did she get a title? I mean, you're candidate for Man of
a title?
the Year, but
Like
have you
what?
given her proper?
This thing, my mic thing is gonna fall off my desk.
Amazing
That's what happens
wife,
after
number
24
one
hours.
supporter.
Live stream, right? The live stream support her wife.
The first lady of the
First lady.
I like that. That's something like that. That's what I'm getting at. Brian understands.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the
I
title.
know.
Let us know in the comments.
Oh,
What
this
do you
one, I
think
know.
Joy's title should be? We want to
Yeah.
know. Yes, all of you
Yeah,
dozens of
tell us
people
in
who
the
are
comments.
still
Tell us in
watching.
the
I like
comments.
this. Can we make
Let
this a
us
thing
know.
until we get her a proper title?
Yes.
Yes,
and
we'll
thank
be
you-
announcing it on What's Good Wednesday. So
Yes, What's Good Wednesday, right?
Wait a couple hours.
the party will continue.
Yes, yes.
Love it.
And thank you to the rest of the incredible team of my Man and Woman of the Year campaign and the incredible live streaming team of, I think it's 14 live streamers from around the world, from Alaska to Canada to all around the United States. I don't know. I don't really think of Alaska as the United States, but it is part of the United States technically. To the United Kingdom.
It is.
Freaking amazing.
It's Robert's Kingdom.
Yes, Robert's Kingdom, plus the goat head. So shout out to the goat head and the screaming goat also. I mean, you got to get the goat screaming goat in.
Thank you for the intro, Daniel. Wow.
Yes.
Keep talking about it.
Shout out
all
to,
loved
I mean, I just kind of feel like we should just watch it again. Isn't that amazing? That video?
Amazing.
All right. Right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Time for drawings. Not this kind of drawings. Rachel's
DJ's drawing for
Rachel's
us right
ready
now.
to dance. Maybe we should.
I love
do
it.
Tim.
I know how she is right now.
Rachel's doing the Tim. Brian's doing the Tim. I feel like we need to do the Tim because we need a screenshot of the Tim.
This is hilarious.
Even Joy's doing the Tim. Oh my gosh.
Yay!
Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. So winners of the drawing, I don't know, I'll renounce it. The winner of the Daniel Hall opener video is, drumroll please, the one and only Carl Sullivan.
Hey!
Paging Carl Sullivan.
Amazing.
Okay, next prize, a 1-year pro subscription to Ecamm. Goes to David Chemetsky.
Hey, right on.
Wow.
Go, David.
A 1-year pro subscription to Ecamm goes to Andrew Joseph.
Congratulations, Andrew.
All right, Andrew.
Go, Andrew.
Hearing these are people who've donated, right?
These are all people who have donated. So thank you all for your donations.
Hey,
for
and
those donations.
by the way, an extra thank you to Uncle Dave Chemetsky,
Yes.
because he's donated 20% of the proceeds of the shirts that get purchased.
Yes.
With the R and the heart. So double thanks.
Yes,
I like
definitely.
them. They're really nice.
Definitely. And Daniel's sending love from Maryland, and Nancy can draw a smiley face on a tree and also a house.
Wow.
So thank you for that. Yes.
Amazing.
Okay. Another Ecamm Pro subscription goes to Connie Keller.
Connie.
Eileen Sohn, my sister, wins a $50 gift card from ECAM.
Hey, go
Okay.
sis.
Go sis. Jim
All
Fuse,
right.
my partner in time. My partner in
Partner
crime
in
from the
time.
Tim and Jim show, wins a $50 gift card from ECAM.
Wow, these are incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jordan Thomas, who I remember from Social Media Marketing World, won a $50 gift card from ECAM.
Oh, wow.
Howard Zales, who was recently
you,
on the Tim and
Stefan.
Jim show, won a $50 gift card from ECAM.
Whoop, whoop.
Doug Levy, who I think I know through Sri Srinivasan, Stephen Kaplan,
Yes.
won a $50 gift card for ECAM.
Yes.
2 snaps for Dick.
Mariella
Right.
Stockmal, 3-month
Mariella.
subscription for StreamYard.
Wow.
Mariella!
Mariella.
That's a great.
Ashok won a 3-month pro subscription for StreamYard as well.
Wow.
Right,
Ashok.
okay, yeah.
Yay!
Ryan Swanstrom won a water bottle from StreamYard. Shout out to Ryan.
Hey.
Thank you for your
Awesome.
donation.
Thank you, StreamYard.
Yes.
Joseph, yes, thank you, StreamYard and ECAM. We love you.
Oh, yeah.
both. Joseph
Yeah.
Stepke won a coffee mug from StreamYard. Shout out to coffee and shout out to
Hey.
StreamYard.
Or tea, whatever you want to
tea.
put in
There
there.
it is.
Yes.
Gotta
Carol
have that.
Sohn, my mom, won a StreamYard sweatshirt.
Hey, Mom!
Mom.
Way to go, Mom gets the sweatshirt.
Yes. Ellen
That's awesome.
Wilkow, a frequent shower-upper on Showing Up, won a StreamYard shirt. Congratulations, Ellen.
Showing upper. Frequent showing
Rachel's
upper.
pressing
Got it.
buttons
Frequent
over there. I
showing
see.
upper. Jose Ramos, my uncle, won a stainless steel water bottle with a heart on it. By Deborah
Yes.
Cortez.
Amazing.
All right.
Congratulations.
Stefan's got his phone out with his effects.
Yes.
We're
Oh
doing
my
this. We're a
God.
team.
It's happening.
How we do it.
Rachel Druckenmiller, you won a LinkedIn review and optimization tips from
Oh.
Inger.
Hey!
You know, did I ever get my package sent in? I don't think I gave something away.
Oh, I don't think you did.
I forgot putting something together. Sorry.
Oh.
No, yay, Rachel, though. Forget.
It's you and me
this.
both.
Jason Freeman won a LinkedIn review and optimization tips as well from Inger.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Jason.
Wow.
DJ and I are going to give everyone a big hug. That's going to be our our giveaway.
Me too.
Gabe Leal won an Inger networking coaching session.
What?
There you go.
Wow.
Wow.
Go Gabe Leal. Lisa Stambaugh won a Nancy Barrows chick with the tool belt, I could talk, consultation
Sure.
session.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Andreas Sanchez won a Nancy Barrows 1-hour StreamYard consultation session with Nancy.
Sweet.
Yay.
Yes.
Yay.
I need a tool
DJ's
belt.
giving away a free Tim Sohn translation. Yay.
I really need a translation. Something
You haven't
tonight,
slept in
because
24 hours.
after
Come on.
24 hours, my mouth is not working. Okay. Sage Breslin. Congratulations to Sage Breslin, who Stefan interviewed tonight. She won a 1-hour coaching session with Emily Harmon.
Woo! Love Emily.
And congratulations.
Sage is
Speaking of Emily Harmon won a 1 packet of tummy tea from Just for Tummies across the
Wow.
pond.
Little
I
boomerang
can do
action
some
happening.
tea.
Give
That's
and receive.
yum.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yum.
I love that ding sound. That means another donation.
Woo!
Ooh,
Donations.
yeah.
We love that. I wish we
We
all
love
had
that.
that ding sound.
Oh.
I wish that sound was just going off every 0.5 seconds.
Yes, but we'll take yes. We will
Dollar
take what we can get.
I
Every
feel like
ding
Stefan's
counts.
donating
Every
right
ding
now.
counts.
He wants to hear the noise again. I see him.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, where am I? There's so many tabs open. Okay, shout out to Bridget
Shout out to
Nowak, who won 1 month of music lessons from Steve Stockmall.
Hey, that's
Congratulations, Bridget, and thank you,
Music
Steve, for
lessons.
donating.
Yeah.
I'm listening to hear these amazing giveaway I'm listening to see what people are doing. This is nice.
Isn't it so good? So many people
good.
donating.
So good.
Yes.
So generous.
Congratulations to Jonathan McElhaney, who won Bangin' Beards Oil, Balm, and Wash.
Yes.
Wow.
Stefan, you need a beard.
I love that.
Congratulations to Laura Rappa, the mom of the Girl of the Year, McCoy, for LLS, who won a custom print from Stefan Kaplan.
Wow.
Woo! Custom print. I'm taking notes, Stefan.
Congratulations to my cousin Kathleen Dignam, who won a custom print from Stefan Kaplan.
Wow. Wow, Stefan.
Can't wait to see those merch
Rachel.
pictures.
Rachel's cleaning the screen.
Congratulations to Adrian and George Baker, who won a custom print from Stefan Kaplan.
All right, Adrian and George.
Congratulations to Dennis and Debbie DeGisto, my parents' friends, who won a custom print from Stefan Kaplan. And
Not a party without that.
And
Okay, Rachel, that's my favorite.
congratulations to Terry and Bill Tomoff, who also won a custom print from Mr. Stefan Kaplan.
That's 5.
That's 5.
You'll be busy.
Good job.
I don't math very well, but it sounds about 5.
2,
3,
4,
3,
7.
4. Yay!
20.
5. Yeah, like that.
You did it.
And congratulations to Russ Hedge for winning a Dorothy Odell Overcomer book.
Hey!
And to my cousin Joseph Ramos for winning a Dorothy Odell Overcomer book.
Ah.
Congratulations to David Heinzler, a friend of my parents, for winning a Gretchen Shepherd photograph.
Ooh, Gretchen Shepherd. Loving it. Okay.
Shout out to Gretchen Shepherd.
He knows.
Shout out to Diana Levine for winning a Kimberly Genevieve's Fearless book 30-minute coaching session and 14-day free trial to Kimbra.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, that's a good old package.
She just like, okay.
Shout out to Karen Rice, who won a Kimberly Genevieve's Unstoppable book, 30-minute coaching session, 14-day free trial to Kimbra. And thank you everyone for all your donations and everyone who donated products and services. Shout out to Christina Shampoo, who is receiving a Kimberly Genevieve's Victorious book, 30-minute coaching session, 14-day free trial to Kimbra as well. Yeah. We're nearing the end.
So many prizes.
Right?
So good.
Wow,
Do they get
so many
balloons from DJ
winners.
too?
Yeah.
We're all winners. They're
DJ's
winners.
gonna give you a balloon too.
So many winners. I feel like
Red one.
And a heart.
And a heart.
I feel like
In a heart.
I feel like there
You
should be
feel like-
balloons. I feel like there should be balloons now.
We should have balloons. I think this is a party. We got the music.
It's a
We got
party.
winners.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of winners, we also have Bill Bradford, who won
Bye,
a
Billy!
Kimberly Genevieve's FGG real estate book, 30-minute coaching session, and 14-day free trial to Kimbra.
I like that one, Stefan.
That's the champagne bottle.
And wait, do you have champagne? Do you have champagne? Does somebody have champagne? I need champagne.
Human sound effects.
We're good.
Oh.
We're gonna have what
I need a phone.
something
Brian.
real good on It's Good Wednesday. Bring your.
Oh my-
I understood after that.
Yeah, you got it.
And last but not least, Edward Wechsler is the winner of Kimberly Genevieve's One Thing book, 30-minute coaching session, and 14-day free trial to Kimbra. Thank you all for donating products, services. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you for all your donations. You're all freaking incredible.
Right. Friends us.
Yes.
I think we're all losing it
Amazing.
after all this
Right?
time.
Awesome.
Yes.
Do you guys want to know an updated total? Do you guys want to update?
Yes.
Total?
Yes.
Wait, I gotta get
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see.
Of course.
Drum roll. Drum roll.
I'm a Nancy.
Let's see.
Hey,
We
Brian.
have $5,519.17.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I
Party
think
over
it's-
here.
Yeah. No, I love Nancy because Nancy makes some good points here in the chat today. Nap time.
Yes.
I'm down with that.
Yeah,
But yes, most important is 10 weeks. We still got 10 weeks.
It is
So
a 10-week.
this is
10
not
weeks.
Yes.
stopping yet.
No.
That's right.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Can't
that's
stop,
the,
won't
biggest,
stop.
Wow.
that's the biggest thing that everybody has to remember. This is not over.
Yes.
This is the beginning. The campaign officially launched 2 days ago,
Right.
And look at that.
and it goes
Where we're at.
until May
Go.
18th. So we just started.
Hey, 5 days
Bye.
after my birthday.
We're only a few days in, and we're already $5,519.17 in. So how awesome is
Amazing.
that?
Great.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Amazing, right?
Absolutely, fabulously, brilliantly amazing.
You're
Just like
working.
Veronica Jeans.
That's
Just like
right.
Veronica Jeans.
You guys see this? Nancy wants to know who donated the 17 cents.
Yes. Ingrid says, "What a great start." Nancy wants to know who donated the 17 cents.
17 cents. That's what he said.
You know, every penny counts, right? So there we go.
That's it. Every penny. I think it was Marky Mark. Mark
If it was
donated
one
17
penny, if you
cents.
donated that 1 penny, thank you. You donated those 2 pennies, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're part of that 17 cents that you just got that shout out.
Yes.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
It's a wrap.
This is a wrap. I think what we're
Yo.
gonna do is we are going to go out just like we came in. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh,
Thank you, everyone.
Awesome.
You're
Bye.
all.
bye.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
We'll see you
Party
soon.
continues.
And don't forget, you can
Yeah.
continue donating at that link down below and in the comments. Love you all. Bye.
Yes. Love you. Bye.